Hello all, this is Shubha Ghone here from Bharati Vidyapeeth College of Engineering for Women. Currently I am pursuing my bachelor's degree in engineering in ENTC department, and today I would be sharing my experience, my placement experience and the drive which I have been applied and successfully cracked those. So listing them, I have been placed in 3 companies up till now. The first one is Capgemini, second is TCS, and the third one is Enflochips. So thought of sharing my experience with all my juniors and the one who needs them. So looking forward to share the slides, and I would give a piece of advice to each one of you watching the video that you can either take a note of the things which I'm speaking verbally, and also sharing my slides. You can take a screenshot of those if needed. So let's have a deep look into it. The first one is the aptitude assessment test. The recruitment process flowchart would be the first round would be the aptitude assessment test. The second would be the other employability tests. So this can have a behavioral test segment in the section which you have. The third one would be the technical interview, followed with the HR interview, and the last one would be the offer letter. So this is the final output of your recruitment process, that is the offer letter. If you clear all the rounds, you will be getting an offer letter. So one by one we'll see how to crack aptitude assessment, how to deal with employability tests, how to present yourself in front of technical round, in front of HR, in front of managerial round, and how to crack those interviews. So let's have a look into it. And moving forward, the round 1. So most of the companies have 2 to 3 rounds in them, which all the rounds are elimination rounds. So round 1 may be for an example, if you have 60 MCQs in round 1, so you will be allotted 75 minutes for completing all the MCQs. So it is a time bound MCQ tests wherein you should utilize your time very wisely, and also all the questions, and highlighting that sometimes most of the companies don't have negative marking, whereas some may have negative marking, which can be a drawback for you. So I would advise you to mark all the MCQ answers so that you can score maximum in quant section, and it is the most easiest section, and unfortunately most of the students get eliminated in round 1. So stating to round 1 is most important. You should be prepared with the quantitative aptitude test, wherein you can have questions from your lower classes, that is from 10, 12, the basic maths, the algebra, geometry, LCM, HCF, and profit and loss, and sort of things. Speed and distance type of questions can be in your quant section. Reasoning ability, that can be the logical segment, where you have to apply a logic for a particular questions, that image questions can be displayed to you. You should apply your logic to answer this question. Followed by you can have English verbal ability test, where your English would be tested. Your preposition, conjunctions, paragraph comprehensions, noun, verbs, all will come into verbal ability. So this will be fixed for round 1. Now followed with computer science and programming and gaming round, you can have in round 2, or you can have this in round 1, depends on the company which you are applying. So if you are applying for a company wherein you have coding section in round 1, then you should be be ready with all the coding concepts of yours, along with the pseudocode, the technical MCQs that will come under the computer science and programming. So that would be discussing in the next slide. And moving forward, for that we have computer science and programming segment. We have C language, CPP language, data structures. The questions which can be asked in data structures can be from array, linked list tree, BST, binary search tree, graphs, and this can be in MCQ type. The code snippet will be displayed to you, and you have to choose one of the output. What will be the output of the following program? Or you may be asked to write a program that can be a live coding. So depends on the company which you are applying, and you can also have algorithms. What will be the output of this searching, sorting, swapping a number? This can sort of questions can be there, and you can also have MCQs on DBMS, SQL, and operating systems, control networks, OOPS, CPP. All your concepts should be clear to clarify this round. and this is also an elimination round. So you should be what we say firm with all your answers without any what we say. This can lead to you eliminate you from round 1, and this can also save you to go into the round 2. So talking into detail about round 2, if you have coding in your round 2, that can be a live coding, you need to be familiar with the languages which I had mentioned in the previous slide. So for that you can prepare from Geeks for Gigs, Prep Insta, Face Preparation, Java T Point, YouTube, India Bits, all those things, all those websites are really very useful, and it is time consuming. You can consume a lot of your time because placements are there, and you have to prepare for that also, as well as you have to what we say manage all your curricular activities at the same time. So you should manage your time wisely and prepare from the websites that have been mentioned. You can also prepare from specific company coding questions. Suppose if you are applying for Capgemini, so you should go to you can go to in Prep Insta. In Prep Insta you will see, or you will come across Capgemini questions. So you can go to those questions which are specifically asked in Capgemini. Or similarly, if you talk about TCS questions are also available. So you need to have that clear understanding whether and brief study about the company and the drive which you are studying, to have a brief idea about the company also, and all the questions that have been previously asked. If you are lucky enough, then you can have those similar questions also, and that will be a plus point for you to go into the next round. So if you clear round 1 and round 2, you will be called for round 3. That will be the interview round. Now for round 3, your communication skills are the most important one, and how you communicate with the person who is taking your interview. He checks your confidence, he checks your body language, he checks your fluency of English, he checks your mind stability, how you answer the questions which are not you are not able to answer. So that all abilities are being checked by the person who is taking your interview. So you should be very calm with a positive attitude. You should answer all the questions, and suppose if you encounter a question which is not answerable to you, you are not able to answer those questions, so you should calmly respond to the person who is taking your interview that, sir, I'm not able to answer this question, but I'll definitely have a look into it after the interview and will check the answer about that. So this will create a positive impact about you, that you are willing to learn the things which you are not able to answer. So that is one of the point I would like to highlight. And technical questions, as I mentioned, that your C, CPP, OOPS and Java and all those SQL database management system, DBMS questions will be asked in you in your technical round. Suppose if you mention in your CV that you know Java, Python, C, C++, then there are chances of you being asked about the concepts about that as well, because if you are mentioning in your CV, then there are chances that you can encounter with those questions also. And suppose if you write in CV that you know Python but you are not confident about it, then it can may create a negative impact upon your interview. So only write in the CV that you are confident about, and don't lie with your CV. Be true to your CV, so that even they can train you for knowledge which you don't have. But if you highlight the things which you don't even know, so then they will think upon that, and it will create a negative impression of you that you're not knowing, and instead of that you have enlisted in your CV. And followed by technical round, you will be followed with your managerial round. So in managerial round, you will be given certain situation based questions. So how will you deal with the situations that can be in managerial round? Suppose if you're from a non-CSIT background student and you want to join an IT company based service based or product based company, so you may get questions related to that as well. Why do you want to join our company being from a non-CSIT student, and what are the skills that why should we hire you? So this can questions you can answer with you can get in managerial round. Moving on to the HR round, though this will be the third round and most probably this will be the final round of your interview. In HR round, you will encounter all the HR related questions, that are you available with the shifts that you will be getting, night shifts, morning shifts, so and are you willing to relocate, and will you be able to work on weekends also due to workload pressure, and all this will be in HR round. Also, what are your strengths, weaknesses, where do you see yourself in after 5 years, and what are your, what do we say, failures up till now, how have you encountered with those failures, how have you taken into a positive approach, and also what are your winning moments up till now. That can be your HR round, and you should be confident enough in all these three rounds. And the key point is that you should crack all the tests that are being conducted by the company, and also you should crack all the interviews that are being conducted, that is technical round, managerial round, and HR round. And one piece of advice I would like to give you all is that you should be calm enough for each questions that you will be having. You should also be smart enough for answering each questions that they will be asking you. Always have a smile on your face, that gives a good impression on the interviewer. And that's all. Follow all the instructions that have been given from your college itself, and if you're applying off campus, then do attend their pre-placement talks, also read to the reviews that have been given by the previous students. And that's all from my side. I hope you all gained some knowledge from me, and all the best for all your placements and your future goals, and do take care of your family as well as you. Thank you very much.